Flow, conversion, retention. Let me tell you about that. This is a concept that's used in any type of business. I'm going to explain it to you in your type of business, which is a doctor's office. Flow, which would be the flow of new patients into your office, makes sense. Then conversion would be when a patient who comes into your office decides that your services are what they want, and they decide to exchange money for your services. So you convert them into a patient. And then, of course, retention. Retention is where you retain the patients long enough to deliver upon the service. So let me go a little bit deeper into that. So flow. In your marketing, you actually promise something to your public. Let's just use, for example, that you're going to handle their back pain. So you promise to your public, if you have back pain, we can help. And patients flow into your office because they want to know, how can you help with their back pain? So you make a promise, they respond to an ad or whatever's out there, they flow into your office to see what you can do about helping with their back pain. Conversion, next, of course, is where you enlighten that patient to what's going on in their body. You might show them x-rays, you'll examine them, you'll give them some education, but then you're going to tell them what you can do to help with their back pain. And if they believe you, or they believe you can truly help them, they will give you money in exchange for the service, and that's conversion. That's conversion. So you promise something to your public, which is, we can help your back pain. You bring them in, you find out what you can do about their back pain, you tell them what you can do about their back pain, they exchange money because they believe you, they trust that you can help with their back pain, at which point they move to the retention area of your office. And in retention, you retain them long enough to deliver upon the promise, which is to handle their back pain. So here, you promise something in the public with your marketing. They flow into your office. You enlighten them enough what you can do for them. They believe you, they exchange money. Then you retain them long enough, 3 times a week, whatever you're seeing a patient for, until you actually handle their back pain. You've delivered upon your promise. And it is the delivery upon the promise of what you can do for them that they are so excited that they refer somebody into your business. So this is a life cycle here. You make a promise to the public, they flow in. They convert by giving you money in exchange for the service. You retain them long enough to deliver the service, and they refer a friend who has that same, think about it, you go cycle, that same problem, who is referred in, they flow into your office because of the referral. So let me speak a moment about the referral. Flow, conversion, retention is the health of your company. Flow people in, convert people, retain people to fix their problem. There is a one KPI, one key performance indicator, or statistic, some people call it, that indicates how well those lines are working, and that is the referral. If you have a business that brings in a good amount of referrals, you've delivered upon their promise, they've gotten better, they've told a friend to come in and that referral comes in, you have a very healthy practice. And so one of the key indicators that we watch in a practice is referrals. If you have a good amount of referrals, that tells us your flow, conversion, and retention lines are working.